YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Here we are with the 65-inch Sony Bravia 9, and I want to tell you that we are going to have some timestamps down in the description. Utilize those to get yourself to a specific talking point, but for those of you that like to go on a whole journey in totality, we're not going to make the unboxing portion of this very drawn out and long, but I do want to set you up for some video expectations, starting off with why I got this TV in this particular size. Okay, so this TV is available in 3 different sizes: 65, which is what we have here. We have 75 class and also 85 class too. Those are the 3 sizes that you can get this new mini LED television in, right? 85 is not currently available in the area that I stay in. It's not available actually where I was just at too. So today's video is being shot on Monday. This is the same day, like maybe 2 hours prior to me shooting a little preview video that I uploaded yesterday, just kind of showing you that we have the TV. And you know, I just came from another part of the country. I'm down south now. I just came from like the Midwest, the top of the Midwest almost, and the 85-inch is not available there. So where I want to buy the TV at is just not an option. So 65 is what we got here, and I think this is going to lead to some great content to provide me with the bigger concept of what it is that I may want to do with this TV. So great new innovative technology here with this TV having mini LED. So it's got a backlight system, and it's supposed to be something new, proprietary, and that's why I'm so excited about this thing. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing unboxed. We're gonna give you initial impressions and talk to you about my thoughts on this. And, you know, we'll get up to some point where we'll start doing some comparison conversation and everything. But we're going to get it going right after this intro. All right, guys, so let's get right into unboxing this thing. We're going to get through this transition, this particular timestamp, at least in about 2 minutes. So got this thing in 65-inch. It's just got 2 straps there. The box essentially comes in 2 pieces. You just take the top off and then you got the bottom with the TV. Give you a closer look on the inside. I'm actually pretty impressed with the packaging just in all totality. You know, I just feel like they put the right pieces in the right space to make me feel, or anybody that buys this TV, feel that it was secured, right? And we'll get a better look at that in this upcoming transition. Just a second. So you guys can see right here, they've done a great job of just protecting the left, the right corners of the TV as well as the center. Just making sure that nothing can just kind of cave in on that panel, okay? And that's pretty much top to bottom because the bottom of it's got that styrofoam there. So this is done really, really well. So let's just take a look at some of the things that's coming into the package. Now, the back of Sony TVs typically are going to have this black grid Tetris-like look. So these are all the pieces that make it complete. There's a couple of zip ties. Right here is an adapter for your digital optical. And the TV comes with 2 bases, 4 screws, and then 2 covers for those. And then there's some literature work there, child safety. You know, you get a 1-year manufacturer warranty and other content there. And then they've got the remote. We'll take a deeper look into the remote because they've changed some things up. Starting with the aesthetics, it's all black. It doesn't have that brushed aluminum look to it. And it's got like this splash of paint, kind of like they went with this artsy, artistic look to it. I don't know. But it's got USB-C on the bottom. So there's no more batteries included with this thing, right? USB-C, which is pretty nice. It's modern and that's really good. So I want to kind of compare just a little bit with this B-roll footage to the 2023 A95L, which I have in front of it. So looking at this A95L remote on the left, the B9 remote on the right, as you can see, they both feel about the same size. Aesthetically, they look different, of course. Now, you don't have any batteries to replace. I'm not sure if it's backlit or not, the B9. We're going to check that out. And the rest of the video will start in just a second, guys. So we've got this thing unboxed. And let me tell you, man, this TV is a beast in terms of its weight. And they really got this thing packaged up. I mean, this whole entire TV is bagged up. I mean, I've bought quite a few Sony TVs and I've never seen one wrapped up as such. Now, you know, let me tell you guys that I'm not the biggest fan of LED technology. I was just excited for what this thing has to offer. And so we're gonna one-hand sand this thing, break it on down, open this package up together. so we can take a look at some of these ports and connections and such. All right, so from my channel's perspective, here's a first glance at this TV, looking at the back. All those pieces that I showed you earlier in the unboxing, when we talked about this having a grid-like Tetris aesthetic on the back, you've got one piece there, you've got a piece there, a piece here, and then you've got a really big piece here that covers all the ports. So while we're on the ports, let's just take a look at it. And there's some opportunity also with this TV being the smallest of the 3 sizes available. Number one, this TV in totality does have the ability to act as a center speaker, okay? So similarly to how I have a center speaker for my my A95L with a clip speaker right there, right? This TV has the ability to act as a center speaker. Now, the opportunity with the smallest side, which is this 65, is that it has this S center speaker in plug. It doesn't have the positive negative terminals there like the larger sizes do. This is common with Sony. You know, you get smaller TVs, they do have that as an option, but if you get their sound bars, they come with a cable that allows it to go directly from the sound bar, or not the sound bar, from the TV to their sound bars. I digress. This doesn't work to be fully optimal, in my opinion, to go to a receiver for a person. So that's something to just be conscious of. Moving right along, we do have a couple of USB-A connections there right up top. We do have a mic switch on and off. This also doesn't come with the Bravia camera. I don't know if it's available in the larger sizes, but this TV does not come with the Bravia camera. And keeping it going, we do have 4 HDMIs. 2 of them are going to be 2.0, number 1 and 2. And then in typical fashion with Sony, port 3, port 4 are going to be your 2.1 ports, both doing 4K 120. This is not a 4K 144 Hz TV. And then so your eARC or your ARC is going to be port 3. So for people to have like a receiver or whatnot, keeping it going, you do have a LAN connection, and you have all the other standard general run-of-the-mill stuff there. I'll just kind of pan that up and down for a little bit. This is not B-roll. We're just going to lively do this just so you can be able to take a look at that. And one thing I wish that Sony would incorporate, and maybe they have a reason for not doing this, but you do have access to the power. I do like that. There's just a simple Phillips screw right there to enable you to get into this area right here. But I personally would prefer, it's a little bit of dust there, but I personally would prefer the removable AC power cord. Some years back, they did have that as an option. It's not currently an option with any of their TVs, but I do like that they've moved the power up here. With the A95L, which I'm not going to make comparisons now, they've got it in awkward spaces closer to down here, but I love the fact that they've got it up there. And just the aesthetic of the TV, you got nice speakers on the back. So this thing is going to have some decent audio to it. Nothing that's going to, you know, shake the house. But just an overview look of the back of the TV. Tell me what you think. All right, we got demo content running on this thing. And it looks good. TV is hella bright. This is being filmed in 4K 60 frames per second HDR. Might take some time for that to load up, but black levels look good, man. All right, let's get into my favorite talking subject, PC gaming, or just gaming in all totality, right? So initial impressions, okay? So we've got a Dragon Ball screensaver here. I've seen this on many different panels, and this looks pretty good on here. There's just the right amount of, you know, pop to the screen, and it's plenty bright, plenty bright. It's brighter than the G2 that I have in here, which I guess you would expect it to be because it's a mini LED TV. And you know, it just doesn't have like a cloudy look to it. which was my biggest concern with LED TVs, and it's why I kind of jumped so aggressively on the OLED bandwagon. Now I've gone through and I've set up pretty much all the general run-of-the-mill things that you would set up on PC. It was initially stuck at 4K 30 hertz top. You have the native. These options up here only give you from 23 to 60 hertz. So took it down a little bit to this 3840 by 2160, and we were able to execute 100 hertz or 120 hertz. So that's all been set. You know, we've got the G-Sync stuff turned on here, and yeah, we're looking pretty good from everything that I can see. It looks good. Just initially, this looks great. So I'm gonna go ahead and load up some Destiny. I've been playing a little bit of Destiny lately. Probably just boot up a new character and just kind of run around and no, actually, you don't want to put on the Ghost of Tsushima. That is what I'm gonna put on right now. All right, let's check out a little bit of Ghost. It's real early on into the game. In suffering. There's some blooming, but it's definitely, I gotta pay attention to the game. I'm looking at the damn moon, but the trade-off with the the brightness is crucial as hell. It looks good though, man. This isn't on lethal, this is on hard. So don't play with me, boy. Oh, you could. He caught me. He caught me a couple times. Let's see. I got the black equalizer turn on low. I haven't even really touched any of the settings, to be honest with you. Preset is RTS gain. I think I gotta scrap this guy. This TV don't look bad, man. Like even the black bars, like the blooming is very minimal. For sure there, but you know what I mean? It's not as it's, oh shit. I wonder if you can actually beat that guy on this part. All right, so I've been playing this game for this in almost dark room. I got some light coming in from the left of the room, but it looks pretty good, man. Colors look nice. Black levels look pretty good. There's some blooming, you know, but the trade-off there is definitely there for the brightness. You know, I don't know what most people would be looking for or what their assumptions would be. I can only speak from like my own perspective of like, you know, I've owned OLED. So this would be the first mini LED TV that I've invited to my space in quite some time, like a very long time, right? And so do you make the jump to buy this like in the largest size possible? I think it's a welcome addition. We'll certainly get to making more content around like watching TV. I can tell you that this thing in demo mode and like vivid and that type of stuff, it definitely is a brighter TV. It's not dim to the point where it's not enjoyable though, but it is definitely brighter outside of gaming mode. And I think that's kind of something that was mentioned with Tech with KG in his review, because I was seeing some comments left asking me to kind of test that. Now, this is just initial impressions. This is all I've done with it at this point, right? I'm going to filter through the bit of content that I've shot and just try to create a video to make it entertaining to you. But the talking points here are important. And I was going to play some Destiny, but I figured that this game would be more cinematic just because it's dark. And then I know, you know, on this particular build, I'm still new with the game. I've got another build where I'm playing and I'm later in the game. But here, you know, you've got the moonlight and everything. And I think that was very much so on purpose. So very minimal blooming. When you do get the cinematic scenes, though, where you get the black bars, top and bottom, there's some bloom in there. To the right, where I have the GeForce Experience frame rate counter over here in this vicinity right here, there's minimal blooming there too. So it's definitely there. It's not an OLED, 100% not an OLED, but it's plenty bright. Like the potential brightness that I've seen, and it's just a 65 inch. The 85 inch is supposed to have something like 1,000 plus more zones to it. This thing is outrageous. Like it's on another level for sure. Now I don't have a lot of experience with mini LED TVs, nor am I really that interested. Right now we're in the testing phase with this TV. You know, so we got to figure some things out, test it some more, play around with it some more, and then we'll make some OLED comparisons with the A95L. I've got to see how this TV sets on the floor in my living room, because I don't have the space for the side-by-side stuff to create that kind of content. Let me know what you guys think. You know, show some support on this video, get it some likes, leave some comments. There are support options on the channel if you want to, you know, help the growth. This is obviously going to be a hot topic we're going to talk about for some time. 85 inch not available right now. I'm kind of glad I got the 65 inch just so I can kind of test the waters. And I'm also interested in seeing this compared with the A95K also, because I have it in 65 inch. This might even be a really good bedroom TV contender, though the A95K is plenty bright. I can't forcefully fit this, but we got more content coming. I want to hear what you guys think so that we can have some engagement and we can talk to one another. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope to catch you on the next one. And if you enjoyed this one, again, show some support. That's what I got. Peace. God bless. And as I always say, man, Max love.